Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if anyone hears us talking, right? Why it always does this. It's like no problem at all, normally. It'll react right there.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a glitch.
Just got to sign in.
Yeah, we're here, guys.
All right, anyway.
If you press chat, it'll open back up logged in now, right?
All right, here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're trying to, I'm trying to get the chat up here, and it's, there it is.
It just keeps logging him out and making him log back in, even though it's showing us the chat right there. So stupid.
Anyway, so I can see the chat. I just can't log into it. So cool. Hi, everybody. So here we are. It looks like we're in for a lot of fun tonight. So the first order of business is cracking open a cold one here. So hopefully you can join me. Also, it's a kind of a special occasion.
Yes.
Yeah, it is our first anniversary of the channel. So
which is crazy because I feel like we just started doing this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it feels weird. So we started this last April, and I think within 3 months we had like 3,000 subscribers. It was really taken off, and then we kind of hit a plateau, and plus I don't think I was very consistent in getting a lot of stuff out. It was just doing it here or there.
Well,
but we're back now, and we're definitely putting a lot more time into it, and we're happy to grow the channel. So who do we have here? So Lotus, don't say password.
Yeah,
just don't say passwords live. Hello, good evening. Chicago John, yeah. Looking forward to this. Hello from London.
Wow.
Cheers. Saw the OK Computer. I thought, didn't we do this already? And then went and scrolled through the videos. So I did do a couple of these. Happy birthday, thanks, Matt. Max, thank you. Happy birthday. Who else is here? Allie's here, of course. Max here. Max Bergman, hello. It's me, Matt. Josh S. Levi Nelson. Then we got a D. Nick N. Oh, we got a lot of people. Ben Kenobi. Oh, we got everybody here. Obi-Wan.
Yeah. He's like, it's Ben now.
I go by Ben now. Hello from Sao Paulo.
Ooh.
Wow. Hi. I would try saying hello in Portuguese, but I was just in Lisbon 2 weeks ago. Obrigado is the only thing I can remember. Thank you, I guess. Easter Deer, this is the album from my childhood. Love from the UK. Hey, love right back at you. Hi from Rob, Boo Boo, Seattle. This is great. Hello from Germany in the middle of the night. Hi, I was just in Wiesbaden 2 weeks ago and rented a VW T-Roc in Wiesbaden and drove it down the Autobahn to... That was a big thrill for me. For you, it's probably just a road, but for me, driving on the Autobahn.
Well, I texted you like, did you drive on the Autobahn? You were like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to get there.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was
and
a big deal.
Drove down to Colmar, France. It was a great time, and that I thought the driving in Germany was so structured compared to the United States. The trucks were all in the right lane, and if they had to slow down, they slowed down. They didn't jockey for position and cut you off. It was very, very organized. I like it, and it's
everything here sucks.
It was the driving here is a little bit insane. Matthias Torres, Orlando, thank you indeed. Hello, hola. Oh, okay. Obrigado is thank you, right? Hello is oi or hola. Hola. ¿Qué tal? I guess that's Spanish. Anyway, so here we are, getting ready to go. It's our birthday. And congrats on 1 year. Besides Radiohead, any standout tracks that really stuck with you?
For you, like 5.
Yeah, there were so many things that I liked here.
I'm trying to think back. Yeah, but the thing is what's hard about it is you had so many Radiohead songs you really liked before you listened to any Radiohead songs. So it's like now you probably like them way differently.
Yeah, it's true. I there's so many things here that stood out to me, and I'd be damned if I can remember them right now. I'd have to go back and think about it. But when you're listening to something, you listen to it once, and then it's like, wow, this is great, and then you listen to 100 more.
You loved Bloom on King of Limbs with the horn section.
Bloom, but other than Radiohead.
Oh, I thought they said.
Yeah.
Oh, so much.
What's the hippie band that was?
You also liked what was the girl I played? Remember we did that video from back here? LP, Lost on You.
Oh, Lost on You.
The short curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, and then there was.
What was the band?
LP.
LP.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was great.
Yeah,
that
was great.
There was something else you really, really liked that someone recommended.
I love the thing just recently I did. It was.
It was a long name.
Animals.
Oh, Animal Collective.
Animal Collective.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
There was something else that was like really.
Oh, there was so many. What's her name?
Beginning.
Lola.
Yes, but there was something in the beginning that somebody was recommending that you really liked.
Yeah. It's just like.
It might have been like Soundgarden or something like that.
I know. Yeah, I know. You're making me think. Hey, so speaking about Wiesbaden, I was I went to the next town over. What is it? Eltville, and they had a little castle there and everything. Well, big castle, And I tried to take the train back. It was definitely interesting. Got off at the wrong station and started walking back, and then my phone died, so I lost my GPS, and it ends up. I had to ask people for directions. I ended up way out of my way. I was 2 blocks away from where I was going when my phone died, and somebody gave me these directions, and they were all wrong. Anyway, it was definitely cool.
What's the word that means park there? Remember, there's like something like Platz.
Platz, Spielplatz.
Well, there was like
for the play place.
Like the famous one in Frankfurt that me and Eric were trying to go to. So I typed in like whatever but Platz, not knowing that it just meant like park.
Place.
So we ended up like 90 blocks away in a random park in the middle of a neighborhood, and I was like, oh, I guess that word.
Yeah,
means
I think the
park.
kids' park was Spielplatz.
Well, it was like something Platz. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's got to be it. We show up, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, okay, computer.
I have something for you before you start.
Oh.
I won't sing because the channel doesn't know that I'm singing. Yeah. The Errol Reacts first birthday cake.
So here we go. The Errol Reacts first birthday cake. So happy birthday, everybody. And nothing better than cake and beer.
Yeah. You'll see him eating this off screen in an hour.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be chowing down on that. Anyway, let's take a listen. So you seem to find things to appreciate most music here. Yeah, you know what, Josh? That's true. I really do appreciate lots of stuff that I hear. I find it intriguing. You know what? The thing I like about listening to music like this is it's like Legos. Think about having like a Lego set, and everybody gets this exact same number of Legos, and then having them make something, and going through and watching each creation from these Legos. And not only are you liking, what they made, but you get this cool insight into their thinking and into their mind, and it's another level of appreciation. So I think musically, that's kind of the way I attack this. That's why I'm always like grabbing for my guitar or something, because in my mind I'm thinking, oh, how did they do that? That's really interesting. I like that. I like this. So it's more than just a visceral reaction just to the emotion that I'm feeling in the music. So it's pretty interesting.
Someone said they grow up so fast.
Yeah. Yes, they do. They do. John Mock, howdy everyone. Hey, Chef Boy RG. How you doing?
Does it show
Eric
you?
Nelson. I don't know. That sounds like a funny, sketchy name to me. And Eric Nelson, do you know?
Some weirdo keeps commenting on the channel.
Hit the heart button, everybody. Happy
Just
birthday.
kidding.
Well, thank you, Eric. You tell him.
Hit the heart button, everybody. It doesn't show you how many watchers we have on there, I guess, but there's a whole 45 of you here, which is
nice.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get through this. I'm going to get this started in a second or two. Boy, that beer is good. I still do work a day job during the week. So between that and gigging on the weekends, man, it's just nonstop for me. So doing this is definitely my relaxation time, my me time. So this is really good. So cheers again, folks. This is to a beautiful Friday.
I really love doing the lives too. It's like everyone's here with you.
James Allen, hello. Been watching since the first Radiohead vid. Love to see how the channel has grown. I know. Isn't it great? Have you heard Present Tense by Radiohead yet? That's a classic song. No, I haven't. It's so funny, you know, how Radiohead especially is such a huge part of so many people's lives, you know, and it's something that, you know, Beatles, Stones, Hendrix, all the 70s bands and stuff like that, married, children, whoop.
Yeah.
Radiohead was in that blip somewhere, you know, in there. So this is really cool, being able to discover this music. And sometimes it's surprising to me that I'll go back and I'll go, well, when was this song made? And it's like, 1997. It's like, dude, I was still working in the city.
You're like, what was I doing?
Yeah. It's just so weird. So weird. It's, you know, so I came from that era, the Woodstock era and all that stuff. So, you know, that was my music. And then in the 90s, I think when things started changing, especially the 80s, you know, after like punk and then new wave, and then, you know, metal started happening there a little bit, and then rap, and then that it kind of lost me at that point, you know. And
well, it was so different from what you grew up with.
Yeah, so different.
You weren't just going to gravitate.
And again, you know, I think I spoke about this before. If I had heard a Radiohead song back then, I would have been like, nah, this doesn't sound like the Stones, or this doesn't sound like Deep Purple, or whatever, you know. Hey, there we go. Nice.
I just like to see it up there.
Yeah, Pablo Honey. You know what, James? I was thinking of doing that, but this OK Computer won out. So I think everybody wants me to kind of go in the progression from the bends, from what I did there.
Well, I'm like, we did a little bit off Pablo Honey, but as you know, it's so different from
but I am going to go back,
backtrack, and then go forward again.
Yeah, I think I am going to go back to that at some point. Happy birthday, Shannon. Thank you, Shannon. Bruntune, you will love the smile. Yeah, I couple of songs I heard already. What was the last one we just did? The one in G minor.
You did Zero Sum.
Right, something like that. Yeah, Zero Sum. Yeah, that was it.
We could actually go see the smile.
You know, that was a cool tune. I still have to. Somebody sent me a link. One of you sent me a link because I was listening to that guitar part and I was thinking, how are they doing it? It's oddly clean the way they're doing it. And somebody sent me a link to a video of some young guys playing that song, and he was kind of tapping it, and maybe that's what it is. So I got to sit down and mess around with that and see what that's all about.
Someone said it's okay to skip Pablo.
Yeah, I can tell that it's not everybody's favorite. I think it seems that most people like what Radiohead kind of evolved into rather than where they started.
Yeah, but I feel like every single Radiohead album is different and like an evolution of the last. So you have to at least be like, okay, that exists and it's completely different.
Yeah. I see Lotus. I also relax watching videos when I come home. And can't wait your reaction to this album. My favorite Radiohead is still Kid A. Does Kid A is the one that has everything in its right place?
Yeah.
You
haven't heard like anything on that.
I love that.
Like
so,
2 songs.
I don't remember what the chords were. No, maybe.
Forever Everything in its right place.
I don't. Oh no, it was something where these parallel thirds were moving. Maybe there were 6. I don't remember exactly what the chord structure was, but it's intriguing. Yeah. I love that sound, and I had heard that years ago, and I never knew what song that was, and it was until you that I bought you the album for just recently, a couple years ago, and I was like, holy shit, play that again. I love that sound. And there was another song by the Smiths that had this cool
it's
siren-y.
The one that's like
yeah.
What is that?
The Smiths. How
soon is now? How soon is now?
How soon is now? Another one that I heard somewhere in passing and went, what the hell is that? That sounds so cool. And then I found out through this channel what it was. Okay. Johnny picks a claw hammer. Same on present tense. Oh, okay. The key to Kid A is the transitions between the tracks. So a live reaction is tricky. Do you pause or not? That's a good reaction. If this whole thing is about the transitions, I'm gonna kind of let it play.
Oh no, he's talking about Kid A.
Oh, Kid A is transitions, not OK Computer. Okay.
It's true. Kid A is like.
Yeah, so I'm from the school of listening to a song all the way through. Whether it's a Yes song and it's 30 minutes long, you stop it and I want to fucking strangle you.
I know, so
and I'll watch these reaction channels where people are stopping and it's like. Yeah, I'm getting a charge out of watching you watch a song that I love for the first time, but dude, every time you stop it, I want to.
They pause it and they're like, you know what this reminds me of? You're like, oh.
Yeah, and then they'll say something like, okay, they're not musicians, so they'll say something that's like, this sounds like, it'd be good behind a basketball game, and it's like, man, what are you killing me here? All right, transition does matter on OK Computer as well. Okay, so. Yeah, so if one song is just merging into another and doesn't have a clean stop, it's gonna keep going. So, all right. So, yeah, some songs blend together in here. So, yeah. Well, that's what kills me. I mean, if you listen to the Beatles, if you know Abbey Road and you listen to the end of Abbey Road, one song is meant to go into the next, into the next, into the next, and these stupid CDs broke it up into tracks. Yeah. So people who don't know any better stop it in between it, and it's like, you know what? You're missing the point of the song. You're missing the development of the song.
Like the beginning of Dear Prudence with the
oh my God, yeah. So back in the USSR into Dear Prudence, one of my favorite things. I got to move this mic. I keep hitting it. Let's move it up.
I'm jealous to the person
that would be maybe. Right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't. Yeah. Anyway, that from back in the USSR.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden.
It's got that trailing.
That. It's gorgeous. And if you stopped it, you were reacting to it and you stopped it there, I would have a stroke.
I know, so
a freaking stroke. All right, what do we got here? It should be illegal to break the melody. I agree. Same thing happened on the CD pressings of OK Computer. The beeping going into Paranoid Android got moved into the wrong track, and it messed up the whole transition. Wow.
True.
The medley is sacred. Yeah, there's a lot of King Gizzard albums that are concept albums meant to be listened to all the way through. Hope you do more King Gizzard. Yeah, I do want to do more of that.
Yeah, you love that.
National Anthem and How to Disappear. Okay. Everybody should like the live stream. Cool. All right, so you guys ready to go? I think I'm ready.
Yeah, we're at 70. 70 people feels pretty good to start.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I may have to break out the bourbon. Anyway. All right, let's take a listen. Here we go, guys. First song here looks like it's Airbag. Let me know as you're listening to the live stream if the music is loud enough If there's something wrong, if there's something messed up, let us know. It's if you've ever done any of this stuff and messed around. I'm using OBS. If you ever messed with this, it's amazing how finicky it is. It's like unless it's just me, putting this together and getting it to run is like trying to build a car out of a deck of cards. You know, a house of cards. It's running, and then all of a sudden you do a test and you go, well, wait a minute, the audio is on this scene isn't coming in and whatever. So, it's hard.
Once you have this much going on in the program, it's like
So let me know if you don't hear something or something. Something sounds weird. All right, guys, here we go.
can't smell a thing. You watch your feet for cracks in the pavement. Up above, aliens hover, making home movies for the folks back home. Of all these weird creatures who lock up their spirits, draw holes in themselves, and live for their secrets. Uptight, uptight. Uptight, uptight. Uptight,
I just saw it.
I wish that they swoop down in a country lane late at night when I'm driving. Take me on board their beautiful ship. Show me the world as I'd love to see it. I tell all my friends, but they never believe me. They think that I finally lost it completely. I'd show them the stars and the meaning of life. They shut me away, but I'd be
I'm like, safe deposit there.
It's a safe deposit
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So, so Airbag. These songs are just so, you just get lost in them.
I know.
They're
right?
just so good. Now I'd heard Paranoid Android before, but you know what? I'm hearing it now like for the second time, and I'm hearing even more things in there. You know, this is great. This is really great. When did this come out?
OK Computer's
1942.
11 to 12.
That's why I said
I think it's
1942.
like 97 maybe. Let me look. Because the Benz is 95. Now, I was going to say it, and then I was like, there's enough people watching. I don't want to mess it up, so let me look.
Yeah, you know, this is true. Tony's saying here, these songs on this album have a weird effect where they sound like classics when you first hear them.
97, yeah.
97.
Yep.
So, interesting in these songs. You know, sometimes you hear. I think when I would have heard music like this, like in '97 or whatever, there were a lot of bands that were just trying to be weird, trying to sound weird, but really not good.
Yeah.
You know, they were just sounding weird, you know, just to, you know, be different. This, at first blush, you're thinking, oh, you know, this sounds like it's, you know, what's going on here? And then you listen to the counterpoint of what the bass is doing against what the guitar is doing and everything like that. And if you think of it, you have like, if the music is progressing forward, you know, normally a lot of times things will move together, either in opposing or in parallel motion. But what you have here is something, it's like, okay, I'm going to go on ahead a little bit. You go down here for a minute, and then we meet up over here. And then you go ahead over here, and then I go here, and then we meet up. And it's like, for a minute, it sounds like it's going off the rails, and then the other part catches up with it, and it's beautiful. It's really, really amazing. I'm just so digging it. It just, everything about this is so good. The last song, Subterranean Homesick Alien, was just that whole like six feel.
I love that one.
Boom, but with all this like atmospheric sounds and
really
everything
cool.
in there, it's so good. And then at the very end, it almost sounds. It's the weirdest thing. It almost sounds a little rock and rollers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty weird.
Do
Pretty
you
weird.
see on that list it says Fitter Happier?
What's that?
On the album, on the song list, it say Fitter Happier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm real
You're
curious.
you're
I think
psyched for
everyone
me to hear
else-
that.
I don't know if psyched. I'm real curious. What's gonna happen with that?
The guitar work on here, I mean, all the playing is great, but the guitar work especially is really standout. Is really stellar. You know, the songwriting, everything is great, but you know, really, really good, really good. And I'm just listening to this one. I'm not trying to figure it out. You know, I'm just kind of listening through it. At some point, I think I may revisit this whole album and do a deep dive into each song, and really talk about musically what's happening in each song. B-sides of OK Computers.
Oh, I was gonna
Wait, what is that?
There's like 8 other songs. I was gonna put it on because there's a video on here that's got, because some of the B-sides are like, oh
But wait a minute. This wasn't this a CD?
yeah,
How could there be a B-side?
because there's always like this time period there was like a second CD that was B-sides.
No shit.
Like Smashing Pumpkins, half of that album is like B-sides
Really?
of Melancholy, because it's just
Even
like,
though they weren't B-side. Well, you know what
yeah,
B-sides
but
refer to,
yeah, but they're
right?
the shittier songs on the backside.
Right.
But like they would give you a second CD, and they were or like sometimes they remaster it for these CDs and like put all those.
What a cool
Yeah.
concept. Wow, that's
There's
interesting.
really good ones on this.
Wow. All right, so let's. I'm going to charge forward here.
Oh, Polyethylene, whoever just said that. Oh,
Good song, yeah.
I wish he could hear that one right now.
Johnny
maybe,
Greenwood was just 23, 24 years old when they recorded this. Yeah.
Maybe he should listen.
Isn't that
to
weird?
That
I
after.
think with. It's interesting. I think with most musicians, at least that I know, and myself in general, you get good somewhere. I started playing guitar in 4th grade, and I just fooled around on it. I didn't really start learning anything until maybe 6th grade, 7th grade. And back then you couldn't go to a guitar teacher. You just went and watched somebody else playing, and you saw what they were doing.
Well, also, your music teacher said that's not a real instrument.
Yeah, exactly. and you'd go home and you'd try to copy it, you know, or your friend would come over and he'd show you, oh, this is a blues scale, you know. Hey, move it down 3 frets. It's a country scale. Oh, shit, you know, no kidding. And that's how you learn. So it's just, you know, you're used to doing things a certain way, and you're used to listening to things in a certain way. And, you know, you'd play your 45. And you have a record player. If you could slow it down, you try to cop the licks like that. Anyway, I think that most musicians, when they start playing, for me it was like 15, 16 years old. You don't know how to play, and then all of a sudden you get good real fast, And then you spend your rest of your life just incrementally going. It's like this first explosion of talent or whatever happens right away.
Yeah.
Right away at the beginning. And I listen back to some of the stuff I did when I was 23, 22 years old, and I go, because in my mind, I think I'm a better player now.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm more sophisticated or I have more knowledge or whatever. But I go back and I listen to some stuff and I go, how did I know that?
I think...
How did I even know that?
I do the same thing with art. I look at stuff from like 10 years ago and I go, I should be like so much better now. And then I look at stuff and I'm like, I don't even know how I would do that now.
Isn't that funny?
Like I look at it and I'm like, I don't even know what I was doing to get this.
Yeah. When I first went to college for music, I didn't know how to read music. I was self-taught. And it was a long story on how I actually ended up getting in, even though I couldn't read music. I remember asking my teacher something, one of my professors. I liked him a lot, and early on, I asked him a question. I said, I like that I'm learning all this stuff, but every time you teach me something, I feel as if it's pushing out something I already knew, pushing it out of my mind.
Yeah.
And he looked at me like I was nuts. And now I can look back and say, I was just playing by instinct back then. And what was happening was intellect was coming in and saying, well, these are the rules. But that's not, but I did stuff before and I didn't follow those rules. That's what this sounds like to me.
Yeah.
This sounds like people who are just playing by pure intellect and pure emotion, you know. So very cool. Very cool. All right. Let's keep moving. All right. Next on the list, exit music for a film.
Yeah.
Is this actually exit music that was written for a film, or is that just a snappy title?
Yeah.
A snappy title. Okay. All right. Let's keep going.
I like this song.
We don't need to see the album cover.
No, I guess not.
Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today we escape, we escape.
Go get it.
And get dressed before your father hears us, before all hell breaks loose. Sing us a song to keep us warm. There's such a chill, such a chill. you choke, that you choke. We hope that you choke, that you choke.
was me.
I was like, why didn't it pause?
Cool. So this had a real 60s vibe to it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but this sounded like it just had this kind of a 60s vibe to it. Songs like The Circle, Red Rubber Ball. I don't know if you ever heard that, or Turn, Turn, Turn by the was it the Byrds? No.
Yeah. That's the Byrds, yeah.
Yeah, kind of had that. Just very simple.
Do that while doing the Paul McCartney head shake.
Yeah. So the lyrics here were like, transport motorways and tram lines, starting and stopping, taking off and landing, the emptiest of feelings, disappointed people clinging to bottles. And when it comes, let down and hanging around, crushed like a bug on the ground, let down. Wow. Let down. Yeah, interesting. I mean, perfectly captures the idea and the feeling, let down. Wow. Let me get back to seeing. They cited Phil Spector as an influence in that song. There you go. So I'm not completely not. Yes, the Byrds is perfect. Exactly right. So cool, very cool. Yeah, I like that, and it was a nice reprieve from the texture of the album so far. Mm-hmm. So this was a nice, like, kind of, let's have some texture here. Let's have some contrast. I like it. All right, let's see what's next. Karma Police.
Oh, right.
Just by the name, this to me sounds like one of those songs that's.
Oh, did you not do this? I don't think he listened to this.
No.
You did No Surprises.
I did No Surprises.
I don't think you did this.
No,
song.
I did not.
Oh my God.
Is that bad?
No, that's good.
All right, Karma Police.
I just could have sworn, like, how could you have not heard this?
A, F sharp minor, in the bass. Oh, F natural. Oh, there's your F sharp. I'm not crazy. Cool.
This is what you'll get when you mess with us. Karma police, I've given all I can, it's not enough. I've given all I can, but we're still on the payroll. This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get when you mess with us.
Interesting. So what is this one about? The Karma Police arrest this man. He talks in maths. He buzzes like a fridge. He's like a detuned radio. Arrest this girl. Her Hitler hairdo is making me feel ill.
A lot of good comments about it being Beatlesy. I agree.
Oh, sure.
As soon as for a this is what you get, that part it's like
Yeah.
I was like, that's Beatles. Someone says like Sexy Sadie.
Yeah. And that it was so cool in the beginning. You hear this A minor. Then you hear that, very Beatlesque.
Yeah.
Then they fake out. F
Someone
natural.
says McCartney bass line.
That's so cool. Yeah, the McCartney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very, very Beatlesque. It had a very White Album sound to me.
This is their whitest looking album.
And I can't remember. It's reminding me of a couple of songs on the White Album.
Let's see. I bet
But,
I can guess what it is.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is now, but especially the bass line. Boom, ding, boom, ding, boom. I don't know.
The bass line?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's the same as. I'm just saying it's the same vibe, the same feel. Very cool.
Why don't we do it in the road? Probably.
Yeah. Kind of a loose thing, especially where the snare drum's a little bit behind the beat to give it that laid back feel. You know. Cool. Okay, Let Down. Karma, please.
Is it Fitter Happier?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get another drink for this.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe I'll just crawl out of the room.
All right, go. I'll let you.
Yeah?
Yeah, run out. All right, so we're going to take a pause for a commercial break here for Errol Reacts Beer, which is perfect for listening to music, decompressing from your 9 to 5, and just right stuff, man. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
I grabbed whatever was in there. I don't know. That's for you later.
Oh, cool. Fitter, happier.
Here we go.
Fitter, happier, more productive, comfortable, not drinking too much, regular exercise at the gym, 3 days a week, getting on better with your associate employee contemporaries, at ease, eating well, no more microwave dinners and saturated fats, a patient better driver, a safer car, baby smiling in backseat, sleeping well, no bad dreams, no paranoia, careful to all animals, never washing spiders down a plug hole, keep in contact with old friends, enjoy a drink now and then, will frequently check credit at Moral, Bank, Hole in Wall, favors for favors, fond but not in love, charity standing orders, on Sundays reading Road Supermarket, no killing moths or putting boiling water on the hands, car wash, also on Sundays, no longer afraid of the dark or midday shadows, nothing so ridiculously teenage and desperate, nothing so childish, at a better pace, slower and more calculated, no chance of escape, now self-employed, concerned, but powerless, an empowered and informed member of society, pragmatism not idealism, will not cry in public, less chance of illness, tires that grip in the wet, shot of baby strapped in backseat, a good memory, still cries at a good film, still kisses with saliva, no longer empty and frantic, like a cat, tied to a stick, that's driven into frozen winter shit, the ability to laugh at weakness, calm, fitter, healthier, and more productive, a pig, in a cage, on antibiotics.
That's you. On antibiotics. Yeah, don't you feel silly for having your guitar out? Now here's my favorite song on the album.
got
that
blisters on my
That's
fingers.
exactly. You know, I'm a Beatles fan, so
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my favorite song.
That's the vibe. It's so cool. Very cool. So I know I listened to this one before.
It's the one with the video filling up with the water.
Yeah,
It took
this
like
is the
100
one where he
takes.
had
Yeah.
the glass like diving suit on as it
Yeah.
filled up with water. Right. Right. So
Everyone wants after this you to do the B-sides.
right. Right. It was like so
Sounds cool on guitar.
yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. We did this one day. It took like 30 minutes to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah.
One was wrong.
Yeah. So is he talking about committing suicide, or is he talking about just like sedating himself to living a mundane
It's
suburban
that.
life?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, and it's a funny thing. A lot of people, you know, I've read stuff where people who were very famous, whether they were actors or musicians or whatever, and sometimes, you know, like towards the ends of their careers, a lot of them have this regret of, I wish I'd spent more time with my family. I wish I had, I missed so much in my life trying to pursue my goal or something like that. So that's kind of like the other side of the coin. And I'm almost taking it as if there's a glimpse of that in this person's mind, that this is what I should be doing. But Jesus, it's like killing me.
Yeah.
It's absolutely killing me. You know, warning death is suburban life. Yeah. So, yeah. He's got his vocal clears on for Radiohead. Play it loud. It's good to have some alarms and surprises in life. Keeps you on your feet, your toes, keeps you alive. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, geez, a lossless audio on the IEMs. Yeah. Yeah, these are, I showed you before, this was Fur Audio. This is a company out in Vancouver, Washington. And they do stuff for Stevie Wonder. They do a lot of stuff. Interesting about, I was just going to say, if you have somebody who's blind, they're going to want a really good quality in-ear monitor. And so I know they're building from him. But I'll tell you a funny story about that. I worked as a tech for a bunch of years, and I teched a show for, it was down at the Hampton, in Hamptons, Virginia, their Hampton Performance Center or something like that. They're in Normo Dome. And it was a big show. It was Gladys Knight. It was Roberta Flack. And the feature artist was Ray Charles. And when Ray, his stage manager came up, and I was one of the techs working the show, and we had the stage plot for everybody. Okay, they want their amps here, they want this, monitors, this. And for Ray Charles, they were like, no monitors. Absolutely no monitors can be turned on. And we thought, well, that's kind of weird. Yeah, no monitors, and only two mics in like an XY configuration on top of the stage, pointing down at the stage, going to front of house. That's it. No monitors, nothing else. And I thought about it, and nobody could figure out, well, why? That doesn't make sense. But if you think about it, if you close your eyes and you hear a sound without anything in your ears, you know exactly where that sound is coming from.
Yeah.
So if Ray wants to hear the guitar player, he has this visual stage plot in his head because his ears are telling him where everybody is. The minute you throw a monitor mix in front of him, you lose the perspective to know where everybody is on stage.
True.
So it was almost as if you were taking his sight away from him, So anyway, just a little aside. I got a million stories. I think it's anxiety, not depression, but it's art, and people can disagree. That's exactly right. Listen. Stevie Wonder isn't blind, according to me.
It's like a video going around where a mic stand's falling, and he like grabs it, and people were like, "He's not blind."
Well, you don't have to be completely sightless to be labeled legally blind. So he may have a tiny bit of sight. There was a guy in an office next to me, and he had some sort of visual problem that had developed after he got a cold or something like that, and he lost his central vision. So all he had was his peripheral vision. So he couldn't see anything directly in front of him. He could only tell what was going on a little bit out of the corner of his eye. And he would drive. And I said, because
like this?
He had a telescope, a little tiny like telescope hanging from the mirror of his rearview mirror. And I said, what's that for? And he explained to me the condition he had, and he has to look through this telescope to see, like, what's going on. I'm like, dude, you drive?
He's going to be in a car crash. He has to go, ah!
Yeah, oh, shit.
While looking through a telescope.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it, but that was crazy. I don't know. Again, I'm off topic. Sorry.
He's like...
So wait a minute. Now, I watched a documentary about him, and he said he suffers from depression. Are you talking about Tom York?
Yeah, I think they were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. Well, I don't find that hard to believe at all. I mean, a lot of his songs are talking about, being unhappy in life,
Oh, that's my phone.
Wow. Well, you see a lot of people who are super creative, that straddle that line, and not having issues dealing with, real life in general. So, it doesn't surprise me. But what, a great talent. I mean, it's, again, I think sometimes this stuff goes hand in hand, So anyway, with that being said, what do we got next? Moving along. Sorry to kill the continuity here. That was Climbing Up No, that was No Surprises. So we have Lucky, which I did hear at one time. And I had mentioned how I thought it was kind of an upbeat song.
Yeah.
And I was like, And it's funny. And I said it's unlike Tom's, usual sad or depressing, songs about being depressed and whatever. So let's see if I have a different take on it this time. Did I hear a live version or did I hear the radio version? I mean this version.
I think it was this.
This.
Would be cool to hear alive.
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. This time
I love this song too.
I feel my luck could change. Kill me, Sarah. Sometimes I get old the child. That's when you cease They ask me where the hell I'm going at 1,000 feet per second.
Wow.
Everyone was like a nice slow closer.
Cool.
Now everyone's going, okay, now the B-sides.
Wow. That was all right.
You know what we're going to have to do once you've heard all the albums? Is have you do like a quick run through and rank for you.
What I think, yeah.
Like you'll rank the albums for you. What you think's at the bottom, what's at the top.
Yeah.
Because now I'm curious. Because I think our list is going to be different.
Wow. I'm stuck right there.
So time for an Errol Plays Radiohead album.
Yeah, right?
That's from Jay. Time for Errol Plays Radiohead album. I've been telling him.
Yeah.
I've been saying, just play Radiohead on the channel. That's what we want to hear. Hello? Yeah, hello?
doing this?
Now it sounds like, oh.
That's something I wrote a long time ago. A song called Spring Street.
Oh, where's Spring Street?
Well, when I got married,
Uh-huh.
the first apartment we had was on a road called Spring Street.
In New York?
It was actually a pier. And then I moved into the city, and we moved down to Spring Street in the Village
What?
for a little while. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. And so, old one.
You gotta take a peek at the comments. Click on the. I think when you clicked on that, it came up. So you might want to scroll up a little.
Oh, wait. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll share some music with you guys at some point, for sure. But I'm having too much fun doing this right now. You know. It's hard to play sitting down. Or
Yeah, do that. Someone says roundabout. Good job, Terrence.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then it's like it's like long distance run around.
but the guitar is playing on every fifth beat. So 2, 3, like 3, 4, 5.
Oh yeah, it is. That's weird. Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so weird.
yeah. Anyway, B-sides. Ooh, Primus. No, I don't. I can listen to some Primus. My son was a big Primus fan. And he was a race car driver.
Yeah.
I think that one
Jerry was a race car driver.
Jerry was a race car driver. Yeah, that was some crazy ass shit.
It's like
Crazy as shit. Yeah. Yeah, I was a big Yes freak. When I was going to Berklee College of Music in Boston, I played with a band and we did all Yes stuff.
Why don't you put that on real quick? A nice in between of that.
It's been a while. What is it? Anyway, Jerry was a race car driver. He went so goddamn
Yeah,
fast.
Jerry was a race car driver.
Yeah, maybe I'll do some.
You should. Everyone wants you to do B-sides, and I will say, you should look up polyethylene, because it makes me think of Polyethylene Pam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Why? How tired are you?
I don't know if you want to save it for another day or.
No. Look how many people are in the chat.
Now you want to do it? B-sides?
We got a few more.
All right, let's look it
A
up.
few.
So, what would it be? Okay, computer B-sides?
And pushy. Yeah, or just look up polyethylene.
Well, just one song?
You
You
could look up B-sides.
Is that included on one of the
Yeah,
B-sides?
I just don't know if there's like a whole. I mean, I'm sure there's do okay computer B-sides. There's probably a whole.
I can't
play.
believe that
only
there's
like 3
B-sides.
Yeah,
Um,
they're like better. Jeremy was a race car driver.
B-sides. Play all. So, melatonin. Oh, view playlist. Here's a few play. So it's melatonin, Pearly,
Yeah.
Polyethylene Pam, Polyethylene, Radiohead a reminder, Radiohead lull.
A few people wanted polyethylene.
All right, so you want me? I'll
do that one for sure.
All right, let me get it up and running here.
This song I love.
Really? Okay.
I think everyone here. Someone says, "Don't quit on us." I'm not letting him.
All right, so let's.
There's enough people here that you're not going to bed anytime.
She's Yeah, no, I got a gig tomorrow night, so.
It's tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. No, so I can go to bed at any point and wake up at noon and still be good to play tomorrow night.
Les Claypool with Sean Lennon might be interesting for you.
With Sean Lennon? What?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
So we're listening to Polyethylene?
Yes.
Okay. This is parts 1 and 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Go! These jealous canvases are all that you wanna be. Just got paid and now you're gone. I'll set you please. If I get scared, I'll just call you. Your clothes and settle. Always feel all speed.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, okay. I thought I screwed some up.
Yeah.
So say you sit inside and come out
So I like it, but I don't think I pulled up the right lyrics here. So I was struggling a little bit to figure out. These don't look like the lyrics here.
Go to the very top. Scroll down a little bit. I think so.
Really?
But maybe that first part's correct for part one. That
and then down here I didn't see. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, it was just down a little further.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that was pretty cool. I'll tell you what I liked about that one. So it had measures of 4/4 and 5/4 in there. You know. Something like that. That was pretty cool. I like that song.
I love the beginning.
Yeah, I just went to do the lyrics, and I just hit the link, and that happened. I was like,
you were like, what did I do?
Oh hell, I screwed it up. I got to hear that a little bit again.
Someone says no one knows what he's saying. It's okay, just Tom sings.
Just got paid for now you're gone. Proud you'll please. If I get scared, I'll just call you. It's your glass and settle. I always feel on the lowest pain. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say you see inside and come and live with me.
Cool.
Looking your schizophrenia, polyethylene. There's no significance to choose to be plastic bag will class polyethylene. Decaffeinate, I let it keep our surfaces clean. If you don't believe
You know what that sounds like? The ends of polythene pan into she came in through the bathroom window. That's what that sounds like. Right? Go back like 5 seconds.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they go, look out.
Yeah.
Oh, look out. Yeah.
Yeah.
nice big A major chord there.
That's
So-
what it sounds like the end of Polyethylene Pam, and then Came In Through the Bathroom Window starts, and it's like, yeah. That's
It's
what
got
that
a descending
reminded
line
me
like that
of,
at the end of She Came In Through the Bathroom
I was
Window.
like, this is like a...
It's a polyethylene Pam.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
A polyethylene
Good
Pam.
good call. Good catch.
She's so good looking, but she looks like a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
back,
what that reminds me of.
Yeah, back when you could say stuff like that and nobody was offended, you know. Anyway, very cool. Cool tune.
Is this the wrap up?
4 a.m. here in Germany, but please don't stop. Oh.
I know. How are you supposed to stop when it's like...
Palo Alto is a must listen if you're doing more. Is that another B-side?
Yeah.
Let's see what
It's
we got.
4 a.m. in Germany. Please
What's
don't
next? Talk show
stop.
host or Man of
Oh,
War?
I love talk show. Man of War was the song that was written for the other song that was written for the James Bond movie.
Oh. Here's Radiohead's version of The Spy Who Loved Me. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really good. But talk show host is really good too.
Talk show host? Okay.
Yeah. They're totally different though. Man of War is very James Bondy. Even
So,
though-
Man of War?
sure.
Did you say or talk show host?
Should we take a 5-minute break? Or are you good to go?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Do Man of War first.
Man of War.
Yeah, that's great. That's when you did Spectre.
Of or O? Man of War?
Yeah.
Alright.
When you did Spectre, I guess this song was like actually written for it, but then it didn't get used. So then they wrote Spectre for the movie Spectre.
All right,
but
I'm
it
not
also
going to
didn't
use
get
the
used.
I'm not going to use the video because
You could if you're not going to share it. Up to you. Like you're not sharing it on the screen anyway.
Oh, okay.
So it's up to you.
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, it'll get knocked either way for copyright.
Yeah,
You just
but
have to.
that's okay. Because the video is pretty good for it.
Drift are you like from ocean to ocean?
It's like that one.
Search the whole world for drunken confessions and hijacked affairs. Will just make you more alone. When you come home, I'll bake you a cake made of all their eyes. I
So I didn't pull up the lyrics to that one. I was just watching the video over here. And interesting, they're chasing him, and at the end, it was like they just wanted to follow him, right? Is that kind of what it was? Interesting music. Right?
Yeah.
Something like, and then this end part was, right?
Yeah. Brewing Tune says this wasn't good enough for an album. LOL.
It was really good. I like that. And it was. Then it goes.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that going on there. Really, really cool. I like this song a lot. This was very James Bond
Right?
theme-ish.
Yeah.
It really very cinematic.
The beginning, where it's like building and building, you can imagine like the James Bond animation in the beginning, you know, where like they always start the James Bond intro songs off like slow.
Yeah.
And they just like boom.
Yeah, I like this one. This is one that you want to crank the shit out of.
I do love Spectre though.
Especially for the end. You want to end up with that?
Well, we did that already.
I don't care. I love it.
I know, me too.
Yeah, I don't care. No.
I do
let's
love
do one
maybe
more.
one more to it. Do you want to
Do one more.
Okay, one more?
Yeah, one
it's
more.
It's either Spectre again, just because that song's so good, or talk show host.
Spectre or talk show host?
Spectre's just so good. Let's see.
Let's see what we got out there. Talk show host. We got a Spectre. A vote for Spectre. A vote for talk show. Talk show. 2 talk shows so far.
Spectre.
Oh, wait. Talk shows and a heart. Oh.
Keep going. Boo.
Boo. How quickly they change. How quickly they turn on you.
I'm like, this
Holy
is only
shit.
the second live stream. We'll get to the 4-hour ones, okay? Yeah, talk show.
Talk show. Okay, so talk show it is.
I like talk show host. Gun and a pack of sandwiches, am I right?
Oh, well, we didn't have that. I'm trying to get some cake here.
Oh, yeah.
I want some damn
take a
cake.
bite right now?
It's a birthday party here, man.
Oh, wait.
Talk show. What did we say? Talk show host. Yeah, let's
I'll
do
hold
some
it
cake,
here.
man.
Where's the, Here, you take that.
Where's... Did I... Oh, I already blew out the candle. Oh, man, this looks really good.
It's going to be pure sugar. That is a bite of sugar.
Yes, it is.
That's all sugar.
Yes, it
I
is.
should have went for a chocolate cake, but that one was like cute. First birthday-ish.
Happy birthday to us. Really good.
Okay, I'll try
I
it.
mined out that section over there, so...
Let me see. Yeah, it looks like a little kid's first birthday smash cake.
The
now.
little kid.
Let's try this top piece.
Yeah. Get some frosting all over this.
Oh, it tastes like a cupcake.
It does. It's good.
How could it be bad?
Yeah.
It's good because it's been sitting out. Okay, that's actually
Yummy.
really good.
Yummy. Happy birthday. Thank you. Cheers, John.
I keep dropping things.
Congratulations from Ireland. Thank you. Hey, Scott, Ireland is someplace I've never been yet, and I want to go there.
Same.
It just looks like just a fabulous place to check out. So one of these days.
Yeah.
New Zealand. Hey, John.
Ooh.
Happy birthday from New Zealand. Wow. I can't imagine just being on the other side of the planet.
I know.
Did you
right?
ever imagine that there'd be a day where you could literally FaceTime somebody on the other side of the planet? My daughter in Germany, I'll talk to her and there's no delay. There's no anything.
No.
Remember the old days on
Well,
telephone?
remember, we used to even use Skype 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like the worst thing ever.
I know, it was horrible.
Now it's like my cell phone can call people
Berlin.
from other countries.
Hello from Berlin. Ah ha ha. Have to look away while we eat the cake, huh? Oh my God. You just caught up with the live stream. Oh my gosh. Same, Ireland, New Zealand, both bucket lists for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ireland
one of
looks
these
gorgeous.
days.
And Scotland.
One of these
Oh.
days. Come to Brazil.
DC? I went to DC.
You know,
I loved it.
You know, the cool thing about being in this hemisphere is that we're actually connected. Our continent is connected to Brazil.
Yeah.
we could drive there. It'd take about 3 months, but we could literally drive to freaking Brazil.
We could drive there.
we could drive there, man. You know. Happy birthday! Thanks, Eric. Oh, go Bills.
Yeah.
Happy birthday from Portland. Hey, Matt, my son lives in Portland. Is that Portland, Oregon,
or Maine?
Or Portland, Maine? Actually, he's in Vancouver now. Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah,
but that's literally right outside of Portland. Pan American Highway, baby. I'll fire up the Harley. I'll come on down. Drive my Harley down to Brazil.
Oh, that's what the Pan American is?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it goes from Alaska to maybe
That's
Tierra
cool.
del Fuego. I don't know. You tell me where it ends up. Oregon. Oh, that's cool. My son's out in Vancouver, Washington. When he first moved out there, he moved out to Portland, and
For years.
it was like, Dad, look at all the weed shops out here. I was like, it was very new to me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, weed was something that you bought in high school and you hid from everybody. That made it fun, you know. It's like, you mean you could buy it here?
Well,
So-
Eric went to the dispensary the other day. On the way home, he goes, "This is so weird."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm used to like having to hide this. You're telling me I can just buy it and drive home?"
Yeah, I haven't smoked in like so long that I went in there and I'm like, yeah, give me the weakest shit you have, you
Yeah.
know, and I went out to Cannon Beach. We drove out to Cannon Beach. You know, I wanted to be a goonie, and I sat there with my son. I think I took 2 hits off of this thing, and I was so freaking high. I was like, oh, dude,
Yeah, that's because he's buying.
I
crazy
can't do this
stuff.
anymore. I can't do it anymore.
Oh, someone's in Preston, 30 minutes out Liverpool. Jealous.
Yeah, 30 minutes outside. So I was in London.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
The one who
Sorry.
cares.
Sorry.
The biggest Beatle fan on earth.
Yeah.
And my 23andMe shows that I'm from London.
Are you really?
Yep. And Glasgow City, Scotland.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Look, a $50 bill.
$50 bill. Roof, baby.
I love
Baby
that movie.
Roof.
That's got to be the best movie of all
It's
time.
so good.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
I guess one more song.
I guess.
Hey, you guys. Okay, what Radiohead song can you play? That's a good one.
Or
Is that Peg?
anyway, from ice to more ice and everything in between. Errol, can you play Honky Tonk Blues? Honky Tonk. What is Honky Tonk Blues? That's not Honky Tonk Woman, Stones.
I know, I always think.
Yeah,
Honky Tonk.
no, I don't know what
It
that
must
is.
be Elvis.
Oh, is that a Steely Dan thing?
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I love Peg. Peg's my favorite. Hi, Bobby.
Okay, so talk show host.
Yeah. Next Friday we're gonna have to do I don't know, another big one.
You know, we could mix it up and do like a breakdown of some of these,
Yeah.
a deeper dive to some of them.
Yeah, it doesn't
Talk
have to be
show
a
host,
reaction.
Radiohead live or no?
Let's let everyone answer.
Live?
Honestly. Because I would watch it, but I don't know enough to know if it's gonna
There, there's a live version of it, and birthday Beatles. What?
Everyone says not live. Like you to dance.
Oh, we were talking about before.
Me?
Dear Prudence?
Yeah. But now I don't remember what song it was that we said was like it.
I think that's just the most beautiful intro
Isn't
ever.
You know what song I love? Rocky Raccoon. That's one of my favorites.
Great song. Great song. Okay, talk show. We doing it live or?
No, not live is the consensus.
Okay, so let's do this.
Which makes sense.
All right. Okay. Talk show, Radiohead, music video. Let's do it.
There's a music video? I never even saw this before.
Me?
No, me. I never saw a music video for this.
I want to,
Oh. Something's weird
I
with this.
want to be someone else, so I'll explode.
Is this right?
No, something's weird with this video. Check for another one.
You think there's something wrong with this
Yeah,
one?
something sounds off with this.
Oh, kidok.
Look for a,
Talk show host, here's one.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
Something was weird with the other one. Oh no, this one sounds like shit too.
This sounds like crappy.
Sounds like someone's recording it in the movie theater. Why is there not an album one?
Guys, is the first one, was that right?
What did you type?
This is not the real version.
No, something was weird. Talk
Talk
show
show.
host. Why is it
Wow,
not
I put in
coming up
talk
first?
show host. Oh, that's his cover. But that's
Ooh.
not what I...
No, but it's weird that that came up as the first one because that's not. Where's the album one? Yeah, type album version. Second one. That's the one.
No, that says something...
No, that's it.
Nelly Hooper mix? What does that mean?
I don't
Is
know,
that a
but it's
remix?
hosted by Radiohead. God, where is
Maybe
it?
it's a remix?
That's the right album cover, though. No, try that one right there. Talk show host Radiohead with the red text under it.
This one?
Yeah, that should be the picture for it. Oh my God, why are they all so messed up?
Is that what it's supposed to sound like,
No,
guys?
it's like recorded through someone's.
I want to,
Oh,
No.
yeah, but something is still weird with it. But this is right enough.
I want to be someone else, so I'll explode. Floating upon the surface for the birds. The birds. The birds.
kick out of Radiohead's cover of Nobody Does It Better by Carly Simon?
Yeah.
There's a cover of that?
So that I saw that before.
What?
I figured I didn't realize they did that.
I've never heard that. I love that song.
You know, I met Carly Simon.
Oh! Put it on.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I would go. I get calls to go over to her apartment to tune her son's guitar, and I helped her with when she was writing "You Belong to Me." She was playing it for her producer, and she had a DX7. She was new to it, and something went out, so she called SAR. And they said, send Errol over, help me out. And I went over there, helped her out. It's like, no, you just pressed the wrong button. Hang out. I played her a tape of the Detectors, my band, and everything. We hung out. She was nice.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, Nobody Does It Better, huh?
What? I didn't know they had that. New Radiohead to me? Wow. This is going to be cool for me. I didn't know they had that. They don't cover that much, so.
Yeah, there it is.
What in the hell?
There's a studio version and a live version.
Well, I guess we gotta ask them. I was gonna say live.
I think the live version might be cool,
Probably better.
Yeah, that'll be next time. That'll be next time, Eric.
Next time we'll tell you guys about him knowing the Karate Kid.
So I'll tell you a funny story though. When I was teching that show, I was telling you down in Hampton, Virginia, and Ray Charles was on that show, and I was telling you about the mic configuration and the monitors and everything about that. When you're working at that capacity, you don't ask people for their autographs. It's not cool. You don't take a selfie with them. There were no selfie cameras back then, but you don't take a picture with somebody. You don't ask them for their autograph. But the one time I asked somebody for an autograph, it was Ray Charles.
Of course.
So he finished it. It was just before his show. Actually, no, it was right after his show. So he's walking off the stage, and he has his assistant with him who walks him. Obviously, Ray's blind; he can't see. He needs somebody to guide him. So they're kind of arm in arm, and they're walking by. And I said, Ray, my name's Errol. I love your music, man. I love your music. Would it be okay? Would it be okay if I know it's not cool, but can I ask you for an autograph? And he says, yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad you liked it and everything. He's like, yeah, no problem. And I can't remember what his assistant's name was, but he goes, yeah, he'll get you one. He'll get you one. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And there were a couple acts still coming on. Like I said, it was Roberta Flack, it was Gladys Knight, it was the Neville Brothers, so I asked the stage manager a little later on. I go, it's funny. I asked Ray for an autograph. I go, and he told me that his assistant was going to give it to me. And the guy goes, yeah, that's right. And I go, well, isn't Ray? What does he have? Like pre-signed or something like that? He's just going to give me a photo or something like that. He goes, no, Ray can't write.
You would think he would at least.
And I was like, what? And he goes, no, Ray doesn't write. That guy is his official legal signature. And I'm like, holy shit. The one guy, it figures, one guy I asked for an autograph doesn't know how to write. I never went back and got the autograph. I was so embarrassed.
You were like, oh my God.
I was so embarrassed. I never did it. So anyway, that's my other Ray Charles story. Radiohead Live. Nobody does it better.
Yeah,
let's do it live.
Okay. This is so cool. I did not know this existed. I'm gonna have a freak out. Oh my God, it's already so good!
Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the world. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. I wasn't looking,
Allie's flipping out.
but somehow you found me.
I've never seen or
I
heard
try to hide from your love, like heaven above me, the spiral of me
What?
is keeping all my secrets safe tonight. Sometimes I wish someone would.
Imagine you go to a Radiohead show, they start singing this, you're like,
Quite the way you do. Why'd you have to be so good? Would you hold me? Would you hold me? I guess I'm magic inside. It just keeps me running. So just keep it coming. How'd you learn to do the things you do? Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it quite the way you do. Baby, 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 you're the best. Baby, you're the best. Baby, you're the best. Baby, you're the
I feel like I'm in a fever dream. They don't even do covers, and that was the most random cover.
Wow.
That was so random. Like, what show was that? What does it say, 1995? It's so weird.
Very cool. Very cool. So, with that, I think I'm probably going to call it a night, guys. I know you want me to keep going.
Next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday we'll be back. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to record. I'm going to go through your comments and I'm going to look for some other tunes. Actually, Sunday, I'm going to go through and look for some comments and do a couple of, not live stream, but just a couple of videos and put them up. That was really cool. So that was, live, and very cool. So, well, thanks for coming to my birthday party and Allie's birthday party. We do appreciate it, and those of you that have gone the distance, years ago, when I used to go out drinking like with my buddies, there was a saying, and people were like, yeah, go the distance, man, go the distance, which meant the bars closed in New York back then at 4:30 a.m. So if you're going the distance, you were staying at the bar till 4:30 a.m. You were going to talk the bartender into selling you a couple of six-packs to take in your car with you to continue drinking while you smoked a big bowl of pot, driving around, and then you'd end up at the diner, which diners up in New York were open 24 hours a day. You'd go to the diner, you'd have some scrambled eggs, you would piss off the waitress because you were either hitting on her or giving her a hard time, and you got home probably 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. The sun was coming up. You're all bleary-eyed and coming home. You went the distance. So you guys tonight went the distance with me, especially those of you in Germany right now.
Yeah, 5 a.m.
Yeah, you went above and beyond, and I can't thank you enough.
I also need to call out Jonathan Giles, who said, I've been sitting in the food court watching this for the last few hours.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. I hope...
While my kid is off doing his thing.
In the food court. Yeah. Where would he be? That he's on the West Coast then, I guess, or...
Maybe where Chris is?
Maybe on the West Coast. or somewhere in that direction. So anyway, this was cool. I love doing the live streams because I love having the interaction with you guys. Otherwise, I'm just, sitting in a room talking to myself. And, I do that sometimes anyway, but, it's, Anyway, so thank you guys. And like I said, thank you for being here for for our birthday here. We're having a great time. And, hopefully, I'm looking to expand the channel a little bit more. One of the ideas I had was, when I travel around, a lot of times I'll take video of like a busker, somebody singing in the street or whatever like that. And I tell them, hey, give me your card or give me a link to your website because I have a channel and I'm thinking of maybe, giving some exposure to some people who are around the world, whatever. Even people that want to send me videos of stuff that they do. It might be interesting to do as a little side project. So I was thinking of doing that, and
one of the subscribers, we should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or people that I know that have music and want to kind of showcase it. Maybe do a side channel or something like that. To do something a little bit on the side. But we're thinking of expanding. And trying to get into a little more things. So anyway, that's kind of what we're spitballing with right now. The gears are turning. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much. Cheers. And when I'm at a gig right now, I'd look at the bottle and I'd go, yep, it's break time. I'm out. So anyway, see you later. Maybe I'll put some videos of the band up at some point like that, and we'll keep going crazy here. Thank you so much. I'm going to say good night to you or good morning to some of you, and I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Thank you. Love you. Thanks so much.
Did it stop?
It's stopping right now. It's almost stopped.